Excusez-moi. So yeah, so far we're saying, okay, we say we're looking for errors, right? So we said the signs are okay so far in terms of us changing, and we said the brackets so far were there. So this is what we look at next, how how to deal with fractions properly. Now, looking at what we have here, it's this multiplied by this, right? So you're gonna have a positive sine squared x over cos x. The whole thing divided by negative cos x. So are your signs still in check here?
Yeah.
Perfect. Now we can do what we said here, fractions. When you deal with fractions and you're dealing with trigonometry, right? Always be careful. When I say always be careful, I mean that this here, the easiest thing you can do for yourself is to just replace it with the division symbol. And then what I mean is all you're gonna have here is sine squared x, right? Over cos x. However, this you're dividing it by what's at the bottom here. So this is just negative cos x. So we already know as long as you're working with a fraction, whatever else this is also needs to be a fraction, you see. That's why I mentioned here that a person needs to pay attention to their fractions. And I would safely say always try and maybe do something like this, because this allows you to remember that, wait a minute, I'm just dealing with a fraction divided by a fraction. So you need to tip your fraction and change the sign here. So you're gonna have a times here. This is 1 over cos with a negative x. And then again, keeping in mind the fractions, right? This times the top is just sine squared x. The bottom times the bottom is just a negative cos squared x. So do you have this
give
also?
you a negative 10
squared x, yes. Okay, so what did you have on your side?
No, so I had that. But what I did, I don't know what it had to do with my fraction. I actually, where we put it, divided it first. I times it.
Wait, okay, where exactly? So let's go to this step. Do you have this step?
Yeah, no, that step's fine. It's so that step I also got. The next one.
This one?
Yeah, it's that next step.
This. Okay, so here what do you have?
I times it first.
Okay, okay. You said the top times the top and the bottom times the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I think then it goes to what we mentioned here. You see, this is the checklist basically. You check your signs, you check your brackets, and then you check your fractions. When you check your fractions, never be shy to convert this into a division symbol so that you can clearly see, okay, wait, I'm just taking this thing here and I'm dividing by this. So because you're dividing by this, you can just change this division symbol to a multiplication symbol. And then you know that this times that, and then this times that.
That makes sense.
Yes, ma'am. So anyways, moving on, right? We can look at the other questions that you had.